This is the video, man. This is all the controversy is on this story right here. Yeah, it's the mob, man. It's the mob mentality going after these kids from a Catholic school out of Kentucky that's here, and they went to some kind of rally, and their, leader told them to wait there, and I don't see that they done anything wrong. They're just joining in. They don't know what's going on, and he's just smiling, doing nothing, and they turn to something that is not what it is. I don't think they did anything wrong. He's just staying there, staying his ground. I'm not moving, and I don't see anything wrong. There's another part of the video where some racist person in the back is saying, "Hey, you people who hate gay people. Gay people is a sin. God thinks it's wrong for you to be gay or something," and says the F word, and it says some derogatory stuff, but, and this is like, what did these kids do wrong? Now, the school bent over backwards, this Kentucky Catholic school, is bent over backwards to apologize to the media. You never been a knee to the mob. They're sitting there attacking these kids. They could be expelled for doing nothing but standing there. These people want to come, and he was charging him. He didn't go after this Native American. They went after these kids. And these kids are getting accosted, like for what? The media is blowing up. The media is attacking these kids. Ben Shapiro, again, is taking the side of the Native Americans when these kids did nothing wrong. He wants to sit there and gauge, like, what side should I be on? Join the mob, Ben Shapiro. Join the mob. Hypocrite Ben Shapiro. You got Kathy Griffin jumping in, saying, they should be ashamed of themselves, and you should shame these kids, and he said they're a disgrace, and she's mobbing these kids. This is so disgusting, man. We're in a mob mentality, and I don't know what the hell, man. This is bullcrap. Ben Shapiro, I don't know why you constantly want to jump on and criticize and say, well, this wasn't that, this wasn't that. I mean, it's like you are not there in that situation. In a quick moment's notice, how would you deal with it? And you know what, Ben? I wouldn't be doing this when you lost 2 sponsors because your comments at the Life for Life rally on Friday when you did your Ben Shapiro show and the little baby Hitler crap. So I wouldn't be sitting there talking, Ben Shapiro. You got your own little problems. Your show could be pulled because you're losing sponsors, not your podcast, but your 2-hour radio show, 4 to 6. You still do your hour podcast, but your 2 bonus hours, 4 to 6, you might lose. So why are you sitting there aggressively attacking people when you got your own problems? You're sitting there think you know it all. You want to jump on in and say, well, oh, maybe they should stop the other kids from mocking the Indian heritage. No, Eric Erickson, you don't know what's going on. They're doing nothing to innocent all this. They're being forced into this in a situation that they didn't ask for. They're waiting there when their superior told them to wait there. And so, you know what? This is, what they're told to do. And other schools are throwing the kids under the bus. They're acting like they're being disrespectful to Native Americans. They're not being disrespectful to Native Americans. And you got these silly Native American, progressive Native American tribes, like the ones that want to go after the Redskins and the Kansas City Chiefs and even my Chicago Blackhawks and say you got to move the names of any names because they're like we're insulting them. It's like who died and made them king? Most of the Native Americans have no problems with these Indian names. And the Atlanta Braves and the Cleveland Indians, Chicago Blackhawks and the Kansas City Chiefs, and all this stuff. I mean, the Warriors, all this stuff. It's like, oh, you gotta change it because it's insulting the Native Americans. We gotta been over about it. No. You know what? This is crazy, man. What is going on with our country, man? And you got Ben Shapiro jumping in again as producer. Then he deletes one of his retweets or something because he's jumping in over jumping, and he realizes he made a mistake, so he has to delete a tweet. It's like, Ben Shapiro, I don't know what you're doing. Constantly sticking your nose in there, interjecting, and trying to play Monday morning commentary. Someone else should have done that situation. When they're the ones in that situation, you're not in that situation. So you shouldn't interject. You weren't there. And you know what? You think you're better than everybody else. You think you're better than everybody else. You're acting like you're better. You're acting like a snob, Ben Shapiro. And you're a snob. And you think, oh, I'm better than this. I'm better than that. You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna watch your stupid Ben Shapiro show tomorrow and listen to your Ben Shapiro radio show 4 to 6 on WABC out of New York. And I want to hear what you gotta say because you're a piece of crap, Ben. You're a piece of garbage, Ben. And I don't understand why anyone still listens to you and wants you. They dropped Savage for you? Man, how'd you score that, WABC? They dropped Michael Savage for you. Yes, he still puts that one podcast hour out to radio too. Kind of like you do with your Daily Wire podcast. So he has one 1 hour live, then he puts out another podcast version of an hour from 4 to 5. So it's at least 2 hours. I'm not sure if there's a 3 hour show still, but that still fits the 2 hours he was on in New York. So how'd you manage to get him kicked off to put your stupid show on there? Man, I don't get it, man, but it is crazy. And I'm telling you, man, you're sitting there jumping to you know nothing about the situation. You're ruining these kids' lives. It's like, man, everyone needs to contract this. Nothing happening, do anything wrong. They're acting like they're a bunch of racists or something. They disrespected the Native Americans. CNN won't retract it. MSLSD, as Mark Levin calls it, won't retract it. These people are just, it's crazy, man. These people are sitting there ruining these kids' lives. They may not even finish school. They might be expelled for something that shouldn't be. Like, this is political correctness on steroids, man. No tolerance policy, man. They stood there, they didn't do anything. And Eric's jumping on him. Eric Erickson. And, all you people, man, you just like to jump. And guess who's jumping? The Never Trumpers again, or former Never Trumpers. They like to pounce. They like to be like, oh, the moral arbiters, and we know how you should have handled things, and we know this, and we know that. Man, this is a sad shame, man. These people are jumping on these kids. These kids did nothing wrong. And I don't understand. These Native American Indians, they have whatever issues they want to have. But, man, this is getting blown out of proportion. I guarantee you this is going to be a video tomorrow on the Matt Walsh Show. And you know what he has to say, too. He also works for the Daily Wire. And you know what? He has out of his house and stuff and in his car sometimes. So, you know what? I want to hear what he's got to say. But, man, this is nuts, man. People are just pouncing. They love to pounce. And they, get the facts first, man. This is a 2-hour video, actually, a live stream. I didn't watch the whole thing, so I know everything that went down. I just know some of the stuff that I seen. But the 2 hours, I think, was on Facebook. And it's been deleted, so I don't think just the 2 hours is available no more. So you really can't see the entire thing. You just see snippets that they managed to capture, and then we put out there in their own videos on YouTube. But the whole entire thing I can't find, so I don't really know what happened. It's hard to. How can I know what happened when the video's not there? I just see snippets on these other videos, and that's all I'm able to ascertain. I know if there's 2 hour videos somewhere, someone's able to capture it and record it. I'd love to see the whole 2 hour thing, but I can't find it on YouTube. Maybe it's somewhere on the net, but man, I'm telling you, this is crazy, man. People are jumping on these kids because they're just standing there. Some join in thinking they're just, join into their songs or their whatever they're chanting because they're there for probably life or right or whatever they're there for. And Friday, life or right is there. And actually, I think that was New York, maybe life or right. But they're there for something. And it's like, you know what? They thought they were chanting something. They were chanting, who knows? But they are innocent. They are not trying to do anything. They just take snippets, twist it, do everything they can to ruin people's lives. It's like, what they did to a weather reporter when he says, Martin Luther King, he messed up, and said some other name and and uh, and uh, and Martin. He said Martin Luther something. I forget how he said it, but he messed it up, and then all of a sudden they're trying to tear him to shreds because it's not a word slip by mistake, and didn't mean to say it. It's actually a word slip, but it doesn't matter. And so I don't know, man. We're just going to pounce, man. We're with outraged mob, addicted to outrage, and so we're just going to pounce on all this mistake. And it's just this country. I don't get it anymore, man. This country is crazy, man. This country is crazy, and these kids' lives could be ruined. Man, it's what we want to do, it's like these Native American stuff. I mean, every day there's got to be a controversial story. Where it's the masculinity of Gillette commercial. I mean, God, we just got to sit there and push this garbage, man. I don't know how anyone could be a progressive anymore, man. This is crazy. The progressives are just ruining this country, man. And now everyone's got to be outraged. You got to sit there and try to ruin people because you don't like them. Get them kicked off Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, Subscribe Star, Gab, whatever. It's just crazy, man. This country is crazy. This country is messed up, man. And I don't understand what's going on, man. I don't see anything wrong there. He was accosting him. He was going and banging his little thing he banged and going up to him, a banjo, whatever, and banging it, and bongos or whatever, it's not bongo thing or whatever, and just banging it and singing their little song. And, it's like they're like humming their Indian chants or whatever, and they're accosting him and pursuing him, and he went into his space. He didn't move and stood his ground. He wasn't doing anything wrong. The other ladies would tell the other kids stop singing wrong. I'm like, who in the hell? I mean, I don't know much about Native Americans because I am not a Native American. I'm Irish. I don't know much about this culture. I would probably just joined in too because that's what everyone was doing. I mean, I don't mean no harm, but I don't know what the heck, But they want to jump down these kids' throats. Is this what? Now you're going to ruin their lives? I mean, it's like they get thrusted into this and they're just waiting, like their leaders told them to like, I guess they're going to go back to school at some point. So it's like now they're in trouble. This is what the left does, man. It's character assassination. They're going to destroy, they're going to pounce, they're going to take you out. And, it's just a shame that people want to join in and criticize, well, these kids shouldn't have done this, or these kids, I can just hear Ben Shapiro like, these kids should have said, no, knock it off, or they shouldn't have done that, or, he wants to read into like, oh my God, this is something they shouldn't have done, or they're mocking the Indians. How are they mocking the Indians, Ben Shapiro, and the Native Americans? It's just, man, you don't even know nothing, man. You don't know what's in their hearts. You can't read their soul. You don't know why they're saying it. You're just trying to, assume means, Ben, what's in their hearts and why they were doing it. It means it makes an ass out of you and me, Ben Shapiro. I can't wait to hear his Daily Wire tomorrow. I'm going to have to do another one to comment to his comments because it looks like something he's going to say is going to set me off. These stupid former Nova-Trumpers and Nova-Trumpers, they just like to set me up because they like to get involved in the culture stuff. They like to prejudge people or post-judge people. And I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I want to do every little thing and make it have more meaning than it should and just attack people and pounce. It's just sad. Former Nova Trumpers or Nova Trumpers, they just want to pounce on you. It's like, I don't understand this, man. You need to stand up, man, and defend people that are being overly attacked for no reason. And you know what? I don't see what these kids did was wrong. They didn't do any damn thing. And Eric Erickson to sit there and criticize, screw you, Eric Erickson. Man, I get my conservatism from Mark Levin, Dennis Prager's, Michael Gallagher, and Rush Limbaugh, and Hugh Hewitt, and Sean Hannity, and Laura Ingraham, and Tucker Carlson. I don't get them from people like Jonah Goldberg, Eric Erickson, Steve Dace, and Ben Shapiro, and Glenn Beck, and Stu, because they're just pouncing on people and they're just nevers. Or former nevers. And they just want to sit there and like, they want to criticize every little thing. Oh, look at that. That way affects the culture badly. The progressives affect the culture badly more than these kids who did nothing. But you want to pounce, you want to act like, oh, well, this might be true. Like the stuff on Fight, these number trumpers are like, well, it may not be true, who knows, but still doesn't mean something didn't happen. Like they're still saying it still lead to something in the investigation just because, BuzzFeed may have got it wrong. Or is it blowjob? I don't know. BuzzFeed is no word for blowjob? I don't know. Maybe they can blowjob themselves. I don't know. Buzzkill? I don't know, because they're trying to kill everything, but it's like, you know what? They're not a credible outfit. But, these never people want to believe it, or former nevers. So it's like, they want to pounce when they think they got something because, oh, this is going to affect the culture. I got to be out there hearing this, man. I got to look great. I got to position myself. It's just like, come on, man. Don't get ahead of your skis, man. Just wait to see how this plays out. But I don't see these kids doing anything wrong. And it's a shame that these heroes want to jump in. Yeah, go join the left and jump in and pounce and be with the leftists, never Trumpers or former never Trumpers. It shows how principled you are that you're constitutional conservatives. So that's how we're supposed to act. No, it's how Zelensky acts. Roots for radicals. You should be ashamed of yourselves, never Trumpers.